I see no good people. Mm-hmm. Hi, what kind of things you want to do today? You want to do a little meditation together? Little mindful meditation? It's a good idea. Always a good idea. Helping one expand their sense of perspective, to be calm, to find a sense of peace and ease. Let's start by making sure that we're comfortable physically in such a way that our buttocks are comfortable on our seat, that we can maintain a good circulation, that we're not cutting off our circulation to our legs and our feet. So be careful about your bolsters or your rolled up towels underneath your buttocks, that they're properly positioned. And being aware, you don't want your feet to get numb. I had that happen already today. That's why it's on my mind. And allowing oneself to think of the warmth that's emanating from one's body. Allowing oneself to remember that we are breathing. Allowing oneself to become a part and follow this process of respiration. Finding one's inhale, slow and long, purposeful. And as one reaches the height of one's inhale, to acknowledge that you are satiated and a sense of tranquility to spread. And as you begin to feel a sense of wanting to exhale, allowing this breath to gently and in a long way, purposefully for sure, allow it to express itself long and sweet. Again, further calming and relaxing one's being aware here, now, of just exactly what we are doing. Feeling one's warmth, feeling one's buttocks if you're sitting, and feeling this long, gentle exhalation. When we're finished with breathing out, again, becoming aware of the pause at the bottom of one's exhale. This time, being thankful, being appreciative, gaining a sense of gratitude that we are alive to make this journey, this 4-part process, our own, and beginning again, and being playful, and being kind and considerate to yourself. How lucky we are. In the very first place, we can do this undisturbed. We can find a location and a number of moments to acquire a mindful meditation. It isn't this way everywhere. It is with good fortune that one finds themselves able to do this. It may be in large part just to one's awareness of what can be. Not taking these things for granted, but being aware of the details of one's being, of one's good fortune, of being alive. Respiration. That's a tool. We've already found it so in today's practice because we are already relaxed more. We are involved in this process further as we are challenging ourselves to be aware of our physical processes. and investigating the rising and subsiding of our chests, the heat emanating from our body, from our physical muscular activities. It is simple to take another step and become aware of one's pulse, the action of one's heart, squeezing oxygenated blood throughout one's vascular system, through arteries, and then return through our veins. Feeling locally and in general all over one's body this activity. Maybe behind one's eyes or in one's cheeks, one's hands, one's feet, feeling one's chest is a logical place, one's wrists, feeling this sense of flowing bloodstream, feeling the flowing essence of one's life blood. Another tool at our disposal: respiration, circulation. These two are major tools to help calm, to help focus, to help maintain and grow a sense of concentration, to become better at our mindful meditations. Further again, while we are breathing long and slow and purposefully in our 4-part breathing technique, awareness, and our hearts pulsing, feeling pressure points where we feel this process occurring, our pulse, being aware again of the warmth of our bodies, exuding heat internally through our skin, feeling these 3 different things. And now adding a third or a fourth, depending on how you want to view the heat. The heat and the energy of our beings. Let's call it a fourth, right? Because the activity that creates the heat is our muscular activity. Now we're going to talk specifically about something different. So another tool, the fourth tool for this morning's meditation, could be any time of the day, as one needs, as one wants, as one is practicing, one is being conscientious and developing. Something is going on inside. And we've, in a sense, taken it for granted. We've talked about these processes, and the heat being emanated, but we haven't said anything about how it's doing this. Why is it doing this? What's transpiring that these different events are occurring simultaneously? Okay, we all know where I'm going. To the shimmering, ecstatic, vibration of everything that you are, everything that we are. We are bundles of energetic vibrations. 37 trillion cells are singing their song of thanks, vibrating, humming with life energy, celebrating. It is a sense, a celebration of life going on all day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. The 86,400 moments or seconds of every day are filled with this vibration of life, this celebration, this ecstasy. If you wish to feel it, it is here, inside. One's whole body is shimmering with one's life's energy. It is what it is. Oftentimes we don't perceive it because it's happening so often. It's like our breath or our pulse or even the warmth emanating from our body. We ignore these different processes, these different results, these actions. It doesn't mean that they don't exist or they're not happening. It just means we're not thinking about them. There are so many inputs that are possible for us to become aware of that we pick and choose. On subconscious levels, even, we are just completely oblivious to what's going on. Mindful meditation is a means of beginning to elicit an interest in realizing whom we are. It's as simple as that. It's not mystical. It's not asking you to believe something through a sense of faith. It's just asking you to allow oneself to be calm, comfortable, aware, rising in one's awakened state, allowing a greater sense of receptivity, a greater sense of sensitivity, and a greater sense of perception. This is what we're talking about. Okay? Doing this has been our goal. Continuing this flowing momentum we have created is the goal for the rest of our day. Please continue. Namaste.